be able to be structured in this type of environment? I mean, because won't it eventually happen when they go into that workforce?
It will happen, but what we want the employers out there to see that we have really trained individuals to become great employees. If you're not accustomed to getting up early and being on your job, no matter what the weather, at 8 o'clock, and because it's raining, I want to go in at 12, that's not structured. So we have to sometimes really start with hardcore A, B, C's. So when we want people to say, oh, they came from Jacob's Ladder, we know they're together. Because first of all, we're not going to graduate anyone that really and truly doesn't deserve to pass our criteria. We can't do that.
If they break any of the rules, I guess, that you have, how much chances do they get before they're kind of like eliminated from the program?
Well, I will tell you that since I've been employed there, I have only seen a couple of our clients that has been asked to be dismissed, so to say. And that can be from a series of things, whether they did not follow our rules. It could be criminal, something that's happened to them outside of Jacob's Ladder, or they just decide not to come back. But the thing is that yet they know when they come in, they must sign a covenant with us. We go over this covenant, we read this covenant, we go over it at least weekly. So there's no room for someone to say they didn't know, because we put it out there. And there again, after class is over, if you still don't understand and you must come to one of the staff members, they'll be glad to explain to you what our rules are. Because how bad is it for you to become employed with your dream job and you don't know the rules and you break them? They don't give you an opportunity for a second and third chance.
After someone completes the program, the 4 weeks program, and they're still not employed, what type of follow-up or what do y'all do then?
I'm glad you asked me that. We say that our graduates are very, very important, and especially our graduates we pay attention to that are not employed. We do have lots and lots of job leads where we encourage them to come down and check out our job leads. We call them when we have job leads that come up. We encourage them about attending workshops. Right now, for this month, we have not had a regular class. We've held workshops every day for our Jacob's Ladder graduates that are not employed to come back, and they have different speakers. We work with them on updating their resumes. We update them on interviewing if they need that. But we have a structured program for graduates, and we're also trying to incorporate a new afternoon graduate class for those graduates too. Yeah.
I know you mentioned resume.
Yes.
Why is that so important when we're going out there seeking employment?
The resume, that's you.
Correct.
We want your resume or our clients or anybody's resume to stand out, because number one, we tell them it's kind of like the elevator speech. When you get on the elevator with someone, you only have a couple of minutes to make a lasting impression. So therefore, once those doors close to the next floor, you've got to say a lot. That resume has got to be so powerful. How many resumes do people get a day? So we want those resumes to stand out above all others. And so it's just really important that you keep up with it. We encourage people to, update their resumes at all times. Whether you go in and change one sentence, keep it updated. If they are on career builders, they can tell when a person has gone on and updated their resume. And to an employer, that looks like, wow, this is a person that's really on the move. This is a person that we want.
Correct. Okay, and I know you're talking about but what about if they don't have any, prior employment?
If they don't have any prior employment, They have done something. And we do have clients that they've never worked.
Right.
But you know what? When they've never worked, then we have to find what their gift is. Because can I tell you something? Every person on this earth has a gift. We just have to find what the gift is, mature the gift, we bring it out. If you've never worked, like people say, well, I've only been just a housekeeper. That's not a lot of work. You've had to balance a budget. You've had to feed a family, take care of children, make sure that the house is kept and clean. If there's a husband in the picture, you've had to make sure that everything is in order. That's really a lot. You ran a business.
Okay, as far as increase in employment, people are using other benefits, I guess DSS and stuff like that. How is that kind of like hurting our community?
You know, I don't look at that as hurting our community. We have a program with the Department of Social Services. We have a contract where we work with them, not just us, but several agencies here in Mecklenburg County, that we work with them, and it's a workforce program where now that DSS is now looking to get their clients involved in a program that can get their clients trained so they can become employed. There's several programs. There's one right now that's a job boost program. Their clients are not sitting at home doing nothing. They are becoming working citizens. And these people feel really, really good. They like it. So I don't see that it's hurting our government at all. I see where it's enriching us. Because what you're doing is you're getting people, they're getting just a little taste of not being dependent on any one set person or people or agency helping them. They can really help themselves.
Correct. And I guess what I meant as far as with that, as far as hurting our agencies like that, is because the fact that because of that unemployment, they're going to Department of Social Services and they're getting that, that type of assistance.
Yes. You know, Paul, I see this every day, and and I say this all the time, but what people fail to realize is this. What happened with this economy, it didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be rectified overnight. So therefore, when there's agencies and there's places out there that can help people by all means. They need to eat. They need to have shelter. They need clothing. You know, I see the economy turning, but it's turning slowly. I go again and say, this didn't break overnight, so it's not going to be fixed overnight. But in the meantime, what does people do? In the meantime, they have to survive.
Correct.
Yeah. But as many people as I see on the system, I see that many, if more, coming off the system. Yeah.
Okay. I see a lot of passion. You with them helping individuals get that employment.
Yeah.
Where's that passion coming from?
I'm going to be honest with you. The passion, first of all, comes from God. Second of all, the passion comes from my mother and my father, because there is just two of us. And we were always told growing up that we had to be givers, not takers. We had to give back to a community that had given so much to us. As now I am a mother and a grandmother, I now say to my children and grandchild as she gets older, be givers, not takers. So I've been in human services all my life because of the occupation that my parents chose. in being pastors and being leaders, and you can't hardly do that without being involved with people, and you got to have a true love for people.
Right.
So, yeah.
Jacob Ladder, where do you see Jacob Ladder at 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I honestly see Jacob's Ladder being not just state known, but national known. I really do. I do.
And you're the volunteer coordinator.
I am.
What do you like most about that position?
What I like most about it is all the people that I have met. You know, Paul, when I came to work there, I came with the attitude that I'm going to come here and I'm going to show some people some things. I've got the system and I'm going to show them what to do. And when I stepped in there from day one, wow, did I start learning the lesson. They showed me. They showed me how wonderful it is just to be alive, you know, just to have employment, you know, be around some great people that are very supportive. Whether it's my family, my coworker family, you know, whether it's my church family, I'm involved with a great network. So that's what's got me, you know, where I am now is the networking.
Okay, Ms. Moses, we're running out of time.
Okay.
If someone wanted to get in contact with yourself or Jacob Ladder, how would they go about doing that?
First of all, our website is www.jacobsladdercharlotte.org. Our telephone number is 704-332-5822, and my extension happens to be 231.
Being honest, this is Ms. Denise Moses from
Yeah.
Jacob Ladder.
Yeah.
You know, we really appreciate you coming on the show because I think employment is one of the biggest things that we in society, especially, just like you said, men, but ladies as well, you know, that we really need to really survive.
Yeah.
And I really applaud Jacob Ladder for being there for our community and helping these individuals get their lives together.
Thank you.
Financially, because this, like you said, the economy is really tough out there, but with positive thinking and programs like yourself that's looking to help us out, all things possible. Well, God is. Audience, thank you for watching this show, and you be encouraged. Thank you.